Day Drip fan, what's going on? This is Jay Dagger, kicking it with the Heat from the Street interview series. This dude, his name is Draco Andretti. He's super hot. We've been checking out his music. Draco Andretti, what's happening with you, bro?
What's happening, bro? You know me, I'm just out here right now in Vegas, man, trying to make it happen right now. We've been in the studio, like, back to back over the last week, making the next situation happen. Trying to stay busy and consistent.
Wow, that's right. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it working, baby. You know,
Most definitely.
You got to grind.
Most definitely.
So you out on the West Coast, you out in Vegas?
Yeah, right now I'm in Vegas. I'm originated. I was born in LA, California, Pacoima, California. And pretty much I moved out here as an early teen and been out here ever since. So, I grew up on the West.
Word is born straight West Coasting.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Oh, good, man. Man, I was gonna ask you, where you from, because your sound, you know what I'm saying, it's got a mix, you know what I'm saying? It's got a different little feel, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know exactly where I heard you was I know you was talking about you was catching shows in Vegas too. You know what I mean? Yeah, most definitely. And I think the sound comes from me being originated a West Coast rapper, but the West Coast had eventually moved over to like the South Side due to like Master P and Snoop Dogg, or like when you think about Dr. Dre dealing with 50 Cent, you know what I mean? I was a West Coast character, like grew up on them West Coast characters for sure. So anything that Dr. Dre touched, it kind of like influenced me to gravitate towards these characters, or like Snoop Dogg gravitated me towards Master P. So now I've developed a certain bounce based off of that type of music. Yeah, okay. So it's a timing thing. That's what it is. Yeah, it's basically me infusing the two things that I like. I love the South music. I love trap music, but I love the West too. Love the West. So if you had like your sound, you know what I'm saying, you would say it's that West Coasting on that I would call it West Coast trap. I would call it West Coast trap. Step on music. This is step on music. This music for the steppers. I heard that before. I heard that. Okay, all right. When you first started rapping, like when is the moment you knew you really want to do this? The moment I really knew I wanted to do this was right after high school. I ran into a cat named Dizzy D Flashy. His name Dizzy right now. But we met back then in high school, and this was some years ago, and I gravitated from there straight on to trying to perform. I was a part of like the jerk movement and everything, and I had just developed from that point on. So I would say high school is what gravitated me towards music completely. Way back. So. Yeah, way back. So some years ago, I would say 8 years ago, I've been doing it completely, like full on for 8 years now. Straight up. Okay. Well, yeah, man, it's I can tell you've been working on your craft, you know what I'm saying? Your productions are professional and sounding, real hot, they're crisp. Right. Right, most definitely. Yeah, you know where to record on the way you're at right now, but they serving you well, you know what I mean? Just checking out the tracks. Tell me about this Slave to It. That's my jam right there. I like it. Slave to It. I kind of went in direction of basically saying, because at one point in time I was making music, and I made like 2 albums, and I had a bigger discography, and like they hit a bunch of artists for like fake streams and whatnot. So at one point in time, they just completely took my music down, and I had been fighting for like the last year to get my music back up.
and they're just now letting me back up. So now I'm just now rebuilding my discography. So slave to it came from, man, I'm a slave to this shit. Like I wasn't receiving no income for this shit, but I kept putting in everything that I had to make it happen. Like buying nice designer, buying big chains, just trying to be recognized for what it is that I want to do. Like I love this music shit so much, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like I spent my last dime, you know what I mean, trying to make it happen.
Yeah, man, let me tell you, I thought about that question, you know what I'm saying, when I knew I was gonna interview you, okay, I thought about that days ago, and I said to myself, there's something to that phrase. I didn't know what you was going through with that.
Yeah, so it was mentally, it was physically, like my whole everything was, it's a strong phrase, and I say it for the simple fact is also, you know, you got the thing that the world is going through till this day. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we as human beings, we can't be naive and not look past certain things. You know, like people are working hard to get to where they want to be, and a lot of people are not gaining the recognition that they deserve, or you know, in any of that type of nature. So, a lot of us fall back and go into depression, but this is that type of a song that, you know, brought out that type, instead of falling into a depression area, or, you know, down in a spiral, because I see different friends doing those type of situations.
Right.
So
right.
I let my experiences and past experiences develop the creation of what I'm going through. So everything is based off of feeling and mode. Like I didn't write none of that. Like I didn't write that song at all. Like I went in the booth and like I made the beat, came to the studio, went in the booth and did what I felt.
Off the dome.
Off the dome. Pretty much right. I spit bar for bar, and I learned that watching Wayne on watching the Wayne documentaries. I just grew up from that. I've been doing that the last 8 years. Just, you know, going in and coming to the mic and speaking what I'm feeling at the moment. And lately, I've developed a bounce, and that bounce is what you're hearing now.
Straight up. Oh, gee. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all can check out Slave to It on alldaydrip.com. You know what I'm saying? Alldaydrip.com is featured right now. You feel me? So everybody go to alldaydrip.com, play that joint, check it out, tell us what you think. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Andretti, check this out, right? Tell us, do you got any projects coming out right now? You working on any mixtape or any album?
Technical issue, technical glitches.
Man. Yeah, things happen, I guess. Things happen.
Right, exactly.
But yeah. Okay, where was we, boss?
Where were we? We were at, I was going to ask you about your new projects, but I want to go into this this issue of freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the dome with your message. You know what I'm saying? You
definitely.
So you got inspiration from Lil Wayne on that. Okay.
Yeah, that originally comes from Lil Wayne, pretty much. The build up of what I started on that situation came from Wayne. And now I come in the studio, and because I have my own studio at the crib and I'm making beats consistently, I'm consistently always trying new things on my own. So when I come into a big studio and I'm working with my engineer, it gives me free room to roam, as in more creativity, less boundaries, pretty much. And it's basically going off of how I'm feeling, or what I'm feeling, or what I'm necessarily thinking about, or what I'm going through at the moment. Meaning, all of these songs that you're hearing comes from my situation of what I'm going through right now, like what I'm like.
Come from the gut, like visceral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it's raw. Everything that I'm saying is like, if you pay attention, it say something. I'm really speaking to people. Even when it comes to, like, I have kids, so like in some songs, say my kids was being badasses, you know what I mean, and I want to send a message to them, but letting the kid know, like, everybody ain't gangster, you know what I mean, like, just because you hear this gangster music don't mean that that half of these characters are who they are, you know what I mean?
Right.
So you still have to teach your kids, like, the difference between like a lot of people got it confused. Like, people see people on TikTok, or kids see people on TikTok and automatically think they a bad bitch or they a tough nigga. Does that make sense? And we still have to we still have to deal with that these days, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, it come from somewhere, pretty much. Come from the gut.
It's probably, like, I'm not a rapper, I write, things like this, I produce. So, your experience, I don't really understand it like that, except for my, artistic understanding of music, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I imagine it probably allows you a real connection, and anybody who's doing that, especially if they practice it.
Most definitely.
It allows you a raw connection with your emotional self. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. It is.
Right.
It is.
Feelings.
It is. It is. Your feelings. Say somebody pissed you off today and you rapping. So
yeah. Check this out, right? You were doing on that issue right there. You did a video. Y'all should check out his social media. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Draco Andretti? Tell them your social media tag.
Yeah. At Draco Andretti. I'm at Draco Andretti on Twitter, at Draco Andretti on Instagram, and at Step On Records LLC on YouTube. You could check me out.
Yeah. On your Instagram, you dropped a you're just talking to your people, you know what I mean, talking to your fans and everything like that. And you was talking about emotions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't, you're going through emotions and you gotta let things go sometimes. Yeah. What made you talk to your people like
that? Sometimes I feel like I got little brothers and sisters, so a lot of them look up to me, and at the same point I feel like I have to say something or else they don't feel like what they going through is recognized. And sometimes I'm not always around them, but because they always on my social media and always looking at something, it's like, all right, well, I could say something, I bet you I'll touch it.
Word. Yeah. I bet you will too. Bet you will. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. We have to look out for our people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
You gotta look out for your people. Right.
Yeah, I still explain that to this day. I think that's the difference that the West Coast don't have compared to the South.
Oh, really? Yeah, huh?
I see that.
You don't think the West you don't think the West pulling up like they, you know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Like
they're not pulling up for their people like they're supposed to. They're not supporting their people like they're supposed to. They not. At the end of the day, is hate, greed, envy, and you see that a lot when you come to the West Coast. You know what I mean? That's why.
Yeah.
You have so many things that's going on out, man. People scared to come to Cali or those situations.
Hey, man, it's real, man. It's real with the Cali situation, man. The last notable rappers all been smoked in Cali. you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's all on simple shit though. If you look at the things that's going on, it's all on simple shit. It's like these supposed to be leaders. You know what I mean? You're supposed to learn how to walk the fuck away from certain things. Excuse me, but you're supposed to know how to walk away from certain things. Like, you know damn well you shouldn't be around certain things, or you shouldn't be involved in certain things, or you know, you shouldn't be arguing with niggas over stupid shit. Like, I mean, once you get to a certain level or a certain a point, it's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? You got to show a motherfucker when it's time to walk away. If I learned that in anger management, you know what I mean? Like, you got to learn to walk away. You know what I mean? And how do you see so many of us going through bullshit or getting hurt or getting killed? It's 9 times out of 10 it be bullshit ass arguments, or 9 times out of 10 it's something that somebody said to somebody that they shouldn't have said. You know what I mean?
It'd be, you know, simplest, stupidest, you know, material, necklaces and jewelry, or even just, you know, just plain woofing, you know, want to be the big guy, you know what I mean? But people have to realize that, you know, when you arguing with somebody, it's the old adage that say, you know, when you argue with people, right? When you argue with a fool, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that, because people who looking on don't know which one of y'all the fool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. On the outside looking in, both of you motherfuckers look like fools until one of you calm down. The thing is, people don't like to tuck their pride. And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. People don't like to tuck their pride.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Rappers, you know, I care about everybody, but you know, we love our rappers. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to all rappers.
Get back to that.
Get back to that. My advice to all rappers is, you know, don't be arguing with people over stupid stuff, because number one, you make too much money for this. You know what I'm saying? You make too much money to be arguing with somebody over some silly stuff.
Exactly.
Or if you don't want to, you know,
or calling somebody out their name, or talking to a motherfucker crazy, because you don't know what that person is gonna do to you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You make too much money and your future too bright, man. Your future, it's an old rock and roll song. Say your future too bright. You gotta wear shades. You know, y'all future so bright. You gotta wear shades, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most
got
definitely.
Time for that.
Most definitely. That is
real.
You can't be out here, you know what I'm saying, being a crash dummy. That's what you can't do.
Right. Can't be no crash dummy for some dummies. You know what I mean? Man,
you done made it this far, you gotta figure it out.
Right, you gotta figure it out. Tell me about the projects you're working on. What you got?
Right now, what I got is I got the blame. We just did the music video to that. Basically saying I'm the blame. I'm gonna say I'm the blame. You know, Draco Andretti.
Okay.
I'm the blame for your girl that want to come outside late at night. Then I got that dropping. We just did the video to that. Then I got We in This Bitch. I actually dropped that, but that's a strip club banger. I dropped that about a month ago on October 10th. And what I've been trying to do is pretty much get a bunch of dancers. It's like a strip club banger. So I've been getting people to dance to the song. It's been going crazy. I'm actually finna do a We in This Bitch challenge and take over with that, and actually do a giveaway for the girls or whatever. And I'm gonna do that like ending and starting the new year, on the build up with that, and get people to come out for that video. Whoever win that contest could come out for that video. So that's We in This Bitch, and that's a big song. Like, it's a slapper. So I'm promoting that.
I meant to ask you about that. We in this. You know what I'm saying? I meant to ask you about that. That's one of my favorites. Y'all can check it out on it's up on Spotify. Y'all go check it out. Download that joint on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Stream it on Spotify.
That's my last joint.
It's fire. Sure. You gonna have a video for it?
Yeah, I'm trying to have a video for it. So and it just, because I want to involve the girls, it's like I have to give them time to hear it and recognize it, you know, for what it is. So right now we're getting it to the DJs, getting it in the strip clubs, getting it at the parties, and getting it played. Other than that, I have 2 other singles. I got the Alphabet coming, which is where I went across the whole alphabet, you know what I'm saying? Just you know, like I say, I'm going off the dome. So when you come to the
What?
studio, you
The
know what I
whole
mean?
alphabet?
Yeah, the whole A through Z. A through Z, you'll
Oh
hear
man.
A through Z.
I got
You
to
know what I'm
hear that.
saying?
I really got to hear
So
that one, bro.
yeah, so that joint coming out. You know, I just I got some real heat coming out, man. Everything got a bounce to it. Everything got a bounce, and I'm just trying to deliver like consistently. I'm trying to drop at least twice a month. If I don't have a video for it, I will have a video.
Twice a month. That's why I say, you know, the worst thing brothers can do, especially in the social media age, is chill out. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
worst thing you do is chill out, keep tapping in. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Keep
because
dropping them tracks, keep hitting social media. You know what I'm
yeah, what
saying?
the social media is out of sight, out of mind.
That's what I'm
And
saying. I
so
be trying to tell cats this.
that 8 years passed me up quick because it was like, all right, I'm gonna hold on to this song and I'm finna drop this song and I'm finna. It never worked like that. It never
Yeah,
worked like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you
it
gotta do
used
that
to.
shit. Put
It
that.
used to. I'm old school,
Nah,
so I remember
nah,
the day when that used to work, but that don't work no more.
yeah, yeah. Cause
Yeah,
there's so many songs being put out consistently. It's like the game is oversaturated. So it's like whatever you come out with, you gotta come because like obviously you did that at that moment and you was feeling it at that time. So like to put that shit out, you gotta put it out right now. It's that time. Like
right. Yeah, it's that time. Hey, and you don't
yeah.
know what the people gonna like. You know what I'm saying?
You
You know,
don't. And
hey
I
man.
never know what nobody gonna like it until after it's done. You know,
Right.
because even the
Yeah.
songs that I like, people act like they don't like, and then the songs that I don't like, people be like, "Man, I really like that joint." So
They talking about them.
you
Yeah.
you live and
Straight
you
up.
learn. You live and you learn. You learn what other
Exactly.
people gravitate to, and maybe you'll learn to do it more.
See, exactly. Some of the biggest hits in the world, the artists who put it out, they swore before God, nobody would like them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nobody would like it, but they hit hard. Check this out, right? I always like to ask, um, you know, the artists we visit with, if you know where you is right now in the game. All right, you know what your you know what your mission is. You know what I'm saying? I've been
yeah.
studying you. I'm telling everybody, they can see that when they hear you speak. All right, you know yourself. What's your advice for artists coming behind you?
Artists coming behind me, fuck these hoes, and stay focused. Like, stay focused on
Right.
what it is you're doing. Like, have some type of tunnel vision because once you get in a tunnel vision, you good. And that goes to anybody, rappers, sports players, cheerleaders. I don't give a hell what you do. You know what I'm saying? Keep a tunnel vision and separate yourself from the bullshit because you know, instead of going out every weekend, I'm here in the studio making music, and this is my party every weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Stay focused.
yeah, and I got I get a different outlook from everybody now because of how much I'm working, how much I'm staying consistent versus you know. So that's my advice for everybody. Like never give up and keep going. Like you may not have the biggest chain right now, but you gonna have a big chain, bro. If that's what you want. You gotta push for that though. Like the shit not given to you, you gotta take it.
Word. That's the hard ass words right there. Excuse my expression. It ain't given. Ain't nothing given. You know what I'm saying? You got
Yeah,
to take it.
nothing. Nothing.
That's right.
I don't care, man. Like even me saying I'm a producer and I make my own beats, I could come to other people right now and I don't give a fuck about none of that. They where the money at, bro?
That's what I'm
Any
talking about.
feature I'm asking for in the game, they asking where the money at. If you ain't got the money, you ain't coming to play. You know what I'm
Word. You got to bring that money.
saying? Yeah.
Wow.
So
Hey,
you gotta be
real life.
focused and you gotta be getting money.
That's right. And if you ain't focused, you can't. I like what you're saying because what you find, and I heard you hint to it, when you're focused, people know how to respect you.
Yeah, most definitely. That's most definitely like they put a different respect on it. Like
Right.
they like damn like he owns something. You know, like that's great. That's the feeling that you want.
Exactly.
You want to be recognized for what it is, your hard work.
Right. And that's innate. It's human nature to respect when you can tell somebody's serious about what they do, about their craft.
Yeah.
It is.
When you're traveling, when you're taking your ass away from home to go do it. When you really spending your dime, you know what I mean? And people like, damn, he really making them moves. Like, okay, he really a rapper, or she really a singer, or you know what I mean? It's like you gotta take the moves, like, and the moves is really unexpected because you don't never know when your time is.
You don't never know.
I live in Vegas, bro, and it's times where I see big artists, and I feel like because I didn't talk to them, I missed my opportunity.
Well, you know, networking is
it's big.
Networking
is
big.
It's a big part because it's one of the biggest parts. Because if you don't talk to nobody and you don't know nobody, how the fuck they gonna know you? And it's about who you know, not what you know.
Exactly.
Because I could be the smartest bulb in the book, but just because I know some shit, don't mean that it's gonna get me into the game. Because getting me into the game is who you know. Who gonna bring you around these people? Who gonna get you a show? Who gonna get you on the lineup? Now I'm trying to find out who to know. That's what I'm trying to find out. And who need to know me. Tap in, Draco Andretti.
There you go. Hey, and I can tell you right now, from my experience, you're on the right path. Who to know? Yeah, you can be a scientist, a rocket scientist if you want. If you don't know who to talk to, it don't matter. It don't matter.
You ain't gonna build that rocket.
That's right. Hey, man, I really appreciate you, bro. Really, really appreciate you and your music. Tell the people where they can find your social media sites one more time. Run it down.
Again, man, you can check me out at Draco Andretti, Draco Andretti, Andretti. Draco Andretti at Draco Andretti on Twitter, at Draco Andretti on Instagram, at Draco Andretti on YouTube, and Step On Records. Look it up.
Damn, that's what I'm saying. And everybody, make sure you check out alldaydrip.com. Draco Andretti has a slate to it. It's featured on alldaydrip.com right now. It's going to be front and center, my player. Front and center. All right?
Front and center. We up there.
There you go.
Most appreciated, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Big time.
Man.
Stay up.
It's all love, man.
Maybe it's all love, together,
man. That's right. Share that love, man. Share that love, because that's what we need right now. We need the love on the West Coast.
Man.
We need that love.
Wow. Take it back to the roots, man. We got to take it back to the roots.
Most definitely.
There you go. One love, bro.
All right, bro.
Peace.